Hi, I'm Sirjan and I'm doing Masters in Human Resource Management and Organizational Behavior. Today I'm going to talk about the concept of social networks and its importance in workplace as well as in our real lives. I still remember when we were going to talk about this topic in a lecture, the first thing a professor asked us to do was to write the names of people in 3 categories. The first one being the people we are emotionally attached to, the second one being the people who help us in our workplace, and the third one being the people who are friends with. So the feeling of gratitude emerged right away. We actually thought we don't literally remember those people in our real lives. I mean, we as individuals have lots of skills and capabilities, but without them, we are absolutely nothing. Without the information we get from them, we are absolutely nothing. So there were students who put the names of different people in all the different lists, and there were students who put the name of same people in all the 3 lists, meaning some of them had a very small group, some of them had a large networks. And if we talk about it in the business terms now, so there are 3 kinds of capital that we usually invest in. The first one being the financial capital, means the money we invest in, etc., etc. And second one being human capital, that is the people we hire. And third and the most important capital, that is social capital, which means the relationship with people. It is said that the success of people does not depend on what they know, but by from whom they know. So it's very important to know the information where it is coming from. And it's actually usually said that we tend to connect with people of our age, our occupations. Take the example of LSE, there is diverse crowd here. But at first place, we tend to connect with the people of our kinds, Indians with Indians, Europeans with Europeans, Chinese with Chinese. And the network remains that small, but the purpose of LSE is to create a diverse network. Similarly, in business terms as well, you need to have non-redundant contacts. Non-redundant means when you get information different from different people, and redundant being when you get the same information from same people. Let's say A is friends with B and B is friends with C. So whatever information will be given to A from B, the same information will be received by C because he is connected to B. So it means that you need to have a larger group of people around you to pass you the information. I remember we did a case study in which there was a woman who was working very successfully in her firm. She had a larger client base. She knew what she had to do in her business because she had network. She knew people outside the marketplace, outside the business environment. She had numerous clients. And eventually she was not happy at her workplace because of some pay issues and she had to quit. But you know what? She quit and she became successful. Reason? Because she had the network. She had absolutely all the information available in the market because she had all the contacts, she had all the networks to provide her that information. And eventually she became successful wherever she went because she had the networks to provide her information about where to go. And guess what? The company also failed because her entire client base moved with her to the next company where she worked. So that's how it is very important to have a good network. If I take an example of India, research says that people who have larger number of networks, a bigger network base, end up getting higher paying jobs than the people who have lesser paying networks. I knew a friend, she worked so hard, and there was another person who had the skills, who had the capabilities, but also the contacts. I'm talking about the Bollywood industry. You have to make a mark, you need to know people. That guy who had the skills, but also the networks, eventually went up to the Bollywood and made a mark for himself. And the girl who had the skills and everything else, but no networks at all, couldn't actually go in because she struggled with the number of people she knew. You need to open up and be an extrovert instead of just sitting around and saying it doesn't matter to not know anyone. Coming back to the business environment and the business in the market world, talking about the redundant and non-redundant contacts. I said that you need to have a lot of non-redundant contacts where you can actually have different information from different people. But you have to be very careful about that because if you know that you know a lot of people, they can actually take advantage of you being the center of the contact, center of the point, because they can get to another contact through you and actually lessen your impact in the whole network. Research says that in order to become successful, in order to become competitive, in order to make a mark in the business environment, you need to have a balance of redundant as well as non-redundant contacts. So the passing of information from one contact to another depends entirely on what kind of relationship you have with that person. So when I say you need to have contacts, it doesn't mean you just know someone. Knowing and getting to know information from someone is two different sides of the same coin. So you need to know someone as well as have a good relationship with that person in order to become successful in that business environment. To conclude, I would want to say that open up to new challenges in the business environment. Have contacts, have bigger contacts. Don't restrict yourself to the number of limited contacts that you have around you. If you know your brother, your father, your sister, your mother, and a few friends, you will be successful at this level of life. But if you know a lot of people around there, out there, you'll reach to a greater level of heights. Coming to LSE has given me a very important step in my life, because I know people from various countries. If I need to go somewhere, if I need to get things done, and if I need any sort of information, it will be helpful for me because I have contacts than someone who just knows someone back in one country. Coming to LSE is an achievement in itself for me because I know people from various countries now. I've come out of the box that I used to be in. Now when I go to any workplace, I know I'll have the capability and tendency to go connect with people and make a mark in the workplace. I really hope you found this video useful, and I hope that you will eventually come out of your box and make a mark for yourself. Thank you.